It's fucking
Okay,
cold.
here we are. We are finally sitting down with Kane Kong, the Big Daddy Kane, Raising Kane. I mean, there's so many nicknames.
I was gonna say I got too many team names to
You got
fucking
so many
say.
names. Well, you've only really had one team name forever, but you know, got Kane Kong lives in infamy for me. That's
The,
you've
the,
had
the
that.
team name is always Raising Kane. The email is Kane Kong. But I feel like when I lose, I got to change my name. We
Yeah,
just
well, I like
and
you
it's one of those
up after
things.
the loss.
You got to go back to we suck, and we got to go back to Randy doesn't like my team name, and you got to go back to all these things that I just.
I just think you're so much more creative than you're. And we're gonna hear Shopper cussing in the background because he's watching his Mac game, his bets right now. So
Oh Jesus! Hopefully, like Notre Dame's not on, or the Suns aren't on,
it
or
doesn't
the
matter. He's not.
midget quarterback's not on, or.
So anyway, this is Breaking the Huddle. We're here with Kane. Been trying to get him on for the last couple of weeks, and welcome, man. Finally made some time. We got this going on.
I apologize to our league as Randy and Tyler had set it up. And I think Randy had too much to drink, and I passed out.
That's factual. So we both apologize, but this league should understand a drunk pass out moment.
Yes, I get this light's bad. Get this light.
Oh, you got like the interrogation light going there. I don't.
Yeah, this is the stupidest hotel room I've ever seen. But let's do
turn it off.
How bad is it? Look at that.
Is that better?
There's this light that this hotel that I'm at, I have no idea. There's a lot of things I cannot figure out.
You should probably talk to the general manager about that.
I will definitely know.
Create more work for yourself.
Exactly. So as we talk about this shit, those of you that don't know, I think 99% of you do know, but yeah, that's what I do. I travel the freaking country and I clean up hotels.
And you still make it to drafts.
And we fire somebody, we do something, I come in, I clean it up, hire the new person, train them, and go. So most of my days in hotels are horrid.
Right.
They are in places that the best I can say is nobody ever quits or gets fired from a good place.
What part of Boston are you in right now?
That being said, yeah, so this one and Tucson were awesome. I am in the Back Bay. I know you've been here with me. So I'm about 3 miles from Black Rose.
Okay.
I don't know if you know I'm pretty close to Copley. I'm right across the street from what the park is. I don't know. There's a big old park with the ducks.
Yeah, I don't.
Across the street from Cheers.
Yeah. What is that?
Boston park? Gardens. No.
Patriot Park?
No. Boston Gardens, I think. Something like that.
Boston Gardens.
Boston Gardens.
Boston Gardens.
So we're at the gardens. We got no gardens. So I'm across the park from Cheers.
Nice.
Which
is not. No, it's not the real Cheers. Right.
It's the
real Cheers, but it's not where they film the show. Right.
It's the real film location from outside. Where they film the outside with the sign, the stairs. That's it. But correct, they didn't film anything there.
Yeah, it's like super small from what I heard. There was a line around the block when we tried to get in.
Oh yeah, it's definitely small.
It's like a huge.
And it's not worth going to. It's fun to pop into, and I pop in. So my wife's from Boston, which most people don't know. So I've been in Boston 3 times for work, but almost every year for 12 years now. And it's one of those things you gotta like, oh, okay, let's pop into Cheers. There's three bars in Boston that I always have to hit. And Randy, you've been with me on 2 of them.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The Black Rose is the ultimate
famous
Irish pub. It is straight Irish music. It is great food. Isn't that? Next door to that is Sissy K's, which is 50% good.
Yeah, the Rose.
The oldest bar in the what they consider the oldest bar in the United States, the Bell in Hand.
And Bell in Hand is
Established in 1795 or something like that.
You have to go to the Bell in Hand if you're in Boston. It is an awesome spot. It is. It's history. It's history. And all the pubs, they all look the same, smell the same, besides the history.
Correct. And they smell like history.
They smell like history. They do.
So I love this town. This is such a great town. I love being here. This is my third tour of duty for work here, but I come every summer with my wife. That's once a year I come with her.
I've been in Boston one time.
And that was the one time you met me at the Black Rose.
Yeah, that was a great night, man. We got trashed. Go figure.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
But this is so much more. This is so much better than frickin' Tucson.
Oh, I mean, Tucson, come on.
I don't understand Tucson, the fact that every fucking place we went to, every goddamn place down there, best margarita in town. Best margarita in town. Best margarita. I thought it was in the early 2000s in Scottsdale. Like everything's margarita. You got the margarita. You got the Bud Lighterita.
They're just now getting margaritas down there.
Because they're Mexican, obviously. Chad, you know what I'm talking about. But you like literally, best margarita in town.
Best margarita.
Lighterita, Limerita, Cherryita. I'll tell you though, the best one I had though.
What was it?
It's only 90 miles away from you, so you got to try it.
I'll drive down there right now.
The Coca-Rita.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a Coca-Rita.
Talk about a freaking brain freeze. You snort that shit, and like, holy cow, those ice just goes straight to your brain.
You got a lot of work done.
Whole different thing of like Aritas. And I'm not sure it was at a restaurant when I did that, but that
could have been in the back of the restaurant.
Yeah, watch the Coca-Rita. Don't do that again if you have to.
Well, wouldn't you bring that into the league? Bring that to the drafts or something. So, Kane, let's get into it real quick. So, you've been your founding father, technically. Well, not technically. You really are in this league. And basically, I'd like you to tell us why you got involved in the league, how you got involved in the league, whether it was Collins or you just kind of fell into it. And we can talk about the pre-mark days, post-mark days, all that stuff.
I would say of this league that we have, there's three of us. That's me, you, and Collins. So we had our you want to go back to the freaking history, you know this. For 20 plus years, we played in a softball tournament. It was the Marriott Best of the West softball tournament. And Randy and I played on a team, and Collins played on a losing team.
Kane and I were on the best team.
And so I don't even know, 20 plus years. I started the tournament in 1992. So
we started back when it was men's only, right? And it was
correct. That was men's only. That was Mountain Shadows. You were still working at Camelback Inn, so I don't even know when you joined. But my first tournament was San Diego.
Marina Marriott
Yacht Club. Whatever they called it back then. It's now the Marquee, but the Yacht Club. We played on the base across over, with all the aircraft carriers. And so I started in 1992 was my first year playing in the men's tournament. Progress as I got older and fatter and balder, I progressed away from the men's tournament, and then you and I started playing together, and we played a couple years of the men's league, and we sucked. We were like, let's be honest.
This.
Let's be honest. The only game we won was because I hit the game-winning walk-off grand slam.
Softball history.
But I mean that was it. That was in Thousand Oaks, and I hit the grand slam during the game. But we had Casey, we had Greg James on our team, we had Jack Yoler on our team. Like these are not people that are athletic. Like they're much better. Like
who got their hand broken in warm-up tosses or something because they said they throw it hard or whatever. Who was that? Was it Tyler Burline or something? Someone got their freaking hand broken.
Tyler Burline, I forgot about him. Who was your roommate? Was it the pilot?
Ike.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
one that probably could. So
Well, Ike was a lot better than we thought he was. Shit, he played great. Probably because he was sober. I mean, listen, as the story goes, we got the bases loaded. We haven't won shit the whole weekend. I'm
Wait
pretty
a
sure
second. Let me preface this. We were down by like 15 runs in like
we
the
were.
third inning.
We made a tremendous comeback. Actually, it was actually quite phenomenal. And there was a lot of shit talking going on because I'm pretty sure we were playing Warner Center and we hated those sons of bitches. And Kane was, Kane. He was drunk on Jaeger and he's up. All I remember is you were up to bat and the bases were loaded and I'm like, we just fucking hit a grand slam and get it over with already. And he goes, okay, bank, done. And it was great. It was a great moment in softball history, guys.
And that's not the only time that's happened, but yes.
You had to be there. You don't have to be there to imagine that. Imagine Kane at the plate. Hey, just get it over, hit a home run, really, and he does.
You all know my egotism, my stupidity, my
egotism. Ooh, it's a new word.
I fully believe I will beat anybody on a softball field at any time. So
that's what you have to believe, sir.
And that being said, I also fully believe that I will never beat anybody when I'm sober. So I've had several teams through the years. Randy, you can go back to the Palm Spring days of the drink. Y'all walk in and it's me with a pint of Jack Daniels. So
yeah, and a pint of Jaeger. Remember they called you Jaeger?
Never mind. I'm a resident alcoholic.
Kane was so smashed. We had a championship game against Desert Springs. He's a leadoff hitter. And everybody's like, where's Kane? I'm like, oh, I know where he's at. I went up to the bar and you passed out under a table.
Well, but I still had a home run.
You went. I think you went like 9 for 10.
I was gonna say I still played shortstop and hit.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I'm a lot better when I don't think. I'm better at golf when I don't think. I'm better at softball when I don't think.
Don't think, meat. Just pitch.
Why not meat?
Don't think. Right? Just get out there and do it. So anyway, three of us started.
So me, you, and Collins have known each other for 25 plus years, 22, 23 years.
Has it been that long?
It's probably been more than that. Collins always lost to us. You and I were on the same team, but we always argued like motherfuckers because you're the rah-rah guy and I'm the fuck off and score guy. And so we, not to pretend that we weren't great friends, but we always pissed each other off because you were the cheer, and I'm the nobody scores runs by cheering. Like fucking shit.
But we're the yin to each other's yang.
And so we had some of the greatest co-ed softball teams that have ever. I mean,
seriously.
And problem with co-ed means absolutely nothing how good the guys are. It's all about how good the girls are.
All about the girls.
And we had Colleen, which was awesome, rolling out there at first base. We had Jill, who was running her bouncing. We had such a good.
You had Amy at third, who was.
Amy! I forgot about Amy.
Yeah. She was a second team All-American. I had Denisha in left center. She was D2 All-American.
Yeah, so we just dominated it. It wasn't, we dominated there was better men, but yeah, we dominated the women. And
that's part of that. We just had
fun. So sorry, Collins, but we won that tournament 43 years in a row or something like that.
The record still stands.
And so that's how we kind of all started. Me, Randy, and Collins for almost 30 years now have been playing against each other and playing with each other and hanging out after and drinking the whole thing. So as far as the split goes, there's only a couple people who knows about the split. Obviously you had Tyler that was in Vegas and did something and nobody gives a fuck. And Collins says that I take that back. I'm not going to say Collins says. Collins offered to pay for whatever Tyler did, and Mark Jewed out, and that put me in the middle. And so I was a little pissed off of both, but it put me in the middle because I was a semi-commissioner on the Mark side, but I'm also much better friends with Collins and you and that. So it put me in the middle. And so I just called everybody. I went, okay, what's going on here? What are you doing? And I called Dusty. I called you. I didn't have to call Collins. Didn't have to call Tyler. And I just went, hey, where are we going with this?
Right.
And everybody, it was very obvious which way it's going. We had to, was it RJ, JR, RJ? Is that his name? Yeah. RJ and Mark, and they, obviously they were going their way. But then we obviously had me, you, Tyler, Collins, Dusty, that were going our way. And it was like, okay.
The free agent.
So I actually spent 1 year, which was one year more than Adam lasted in that league. I take that back. Sorry. I lasted 1 year.
Adam lasted longest, and then Adam came over?
So, no, Adam lasted 2 years. I apologize.
Did you play another year after?
I was trying to think. So I went 1 year with them, and then Mark brought in some fucking people like.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I went 1 year after too, and it was trash.
I don't know how many of you guys know about what I do for the homeless, my so-called 20 for 20. And I worked for Special Olympics for 15 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk about that. Talk about Make-A-Wish.
And so I did Special Olympics for 15 years on the games and management team, and I love it. There's just nothing better than these so-called kids. Half of them are older than me. But I was in Mark's league, and it was like Mark's cousin or something. Somebody he brought in that just went into the retarded and the whole thing. And I said, you know what, just disrespect, please. Just don't use the word. I don't care. Don't get me wrong. We all say stupid shit, but I just said don't use the word. And he came back at me, fuck this, fuck me, and so I just told Mark, sorry, I'm done. And that's what killed me on that league. And they were all a bunch of morons anyway. I mean, come on, Drew.
I mean, the way anyway, what we're trying to prove to all you guys that are in the league now is we love all you guys. We have a great league, and it's a lot of fun. It's cool we can do this format, get Kane involved, and Collins. We're going to get everybody involved. I know we've been off a few weeks, but we're going to knock this out before the season's over. Everyone's going to get in on this. And Kane, so I mean, are you enjoying the league still? I think you've gotten a fire over the last couple of days because you've been kind of quiet, and then the last few days you've been on point with everything. I love it. Like you're just
hey, I'm always quiet when I'm sober. So I mean, come on, what do you mean? Am I enjoying it? I enjoy this more than anybody. I guarantee you, I'm checking that app, and I'm not doing coke tonight. So I just been doing that because. I don't know. I'm in Boston. It's like 27 degrees. So
you have a couple of Cocaritas down in the lobby bar?
I just said tonight. It's freaking 27 degrees out, and my freaking nose is running. So,
sure.
So, yeah, it had nothing with that. Just like I guarantee you, I check the app more than anybody. I guarantee, especially since I'm now 2 hours ahead of you guys, I'm like checking like Wednesday morning. Okay, who didn't pick up who? Bam, the guy got it. It's fucking 5 a.m. to you guys.
Waiver wire, and you're in first place, and you can't do shit.
That is correct, because I'm like 9 places back in waiver wires. So I think I need a running back tonight.
We can talk trade, man. I was looking at some things before we got on here.
Okay, I'm kidding, because I have like the 5 best running backs. I have 4 of the top 10 running backs in the league. So I want to trade one of those for a tight end or a receiver now.
We can talk trade.
We are talking. So, hello.
Yeah, hello. I mean, you want to talk about trade right here while we do this interview?
I don't know who you have, so sure.
Let's see. I don't know. Who do I have that you might be interested in?
I will say I was looking forward to Tyler being involved in this conversation tonight, because we had one for first place tonight.
Apparently,
this weekend
he was in the middle of his his third reps there of bench press. So,
what the fuck is he bench pressing?
I don't know.
Cauliflower?
He get a swell on.
Have you seen him?
That's teach their own. Yeah. Let's see. What running back are you offering?
I got Walker, Swift, Mixon, Barkley,
You're not trading those guys.
Etienne. I have 5 of them. I can trade one of them.
I know. I'm just saying you're not trading your starters. You're not trading Saquon.
Who's not starting that? Walker, Etienne, Saquon,
Their
Mixon?
top 2 guys are probably Barkley and Mixon,
Probably.
or maybe Walker.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I offered it to Barrett tonight, but unfortunately, no, I don't want to trade. I'd rather miss the playoffs.
Is that what he said?
No, but come on. I can make up my own shit as I go.
I love that. You should have said yes. It would have stirred the pot.
No, I offered him a trade, and he said no, so that's fine. He'll miss the playoffs.
That's his, his decision, I guess. It could be his loss. I don't know. So you need a receiver.
I was hoping Tyler would be on tonight, though, for one reason.
Why? Let's talk about this later. I'll do this later. Why?
Because I think Tyler would go for a great company that I think I can open. He can open. Collins can fund it. It's a fast food restaurant that serves chicken, only open on Sundays. You open it next to Chick-fil-A. You're
Right
only open on Sundays, and you call it Side Chick.
You told me about this. We talked about this.
Did, sorry. That's been a joke for like 3 weeks now, but
I like the Side Chick idea.
I try. It's a good idea.
You think you could get a place open next to a Chick-fil-A?
Sure. If Tyler's involved, yes.
That's probably true. It's probably true. You could open on Sundays and flies the American flag, and yeah.
The gay and abortion flag.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Come on.
Fly all the flags.
Are you okay? We had a whole conversation last time about our deaf friend that we don't know.
We were talking about that.
Well, Kane, are you really going to tell me you have no gay friends?
I have a ton of gay friends.
Exactly. That's my point. Like we got a whole
love chicken
audience for our chicken.
Love chicken and want to eat on Sunday.
You lived in freaking Vegas. You may have more gay friends than me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be a close list.
Not really.
We need to talk about this deaf girl.
Okay, so
Kane and I reminiscing about our
I honestly, to this day, don't remember her name. Don't remember anything about her.
Kane, just tell everybody what's going on.
Other than the fact that I still tell the story to this day. 25 years ago, I don't even remember when we were in DJs. There was a friend of ours that both of us hung out with, and she was deaf. Yet she read lips like no tomorrow. So no one ever believed she was deaf because you talk to her and she'd answer back. And then, of course, the old
and we were drunk,
like wait for her to turn around, like say something, like
we were wasted, so we couldn't tell if she was talking like with the deaf lisp or anything. We couldn't tell.
I fully remember this story. I don't remember who she was. I don't remember who she was, but I fully remember explaining this to everybody. As soon as they'd be like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah," like, and she wouldn't turn. Like, oh, she is. Yeah, that's what we tried to tell you. And she was the nicest girl, but she could read lips like there's no tomorrow. Like
it was impressive.
She could read lips like a lesbian looking at shit. Didn't know what to lick.
Like a lesbian doing what?
Didn't know what to lick.
Oh yeah, God, we gotta remember her name.
That's a different lip joke.
We're gonna have to. I'll ask Willie or Doc, and they'll know.
I don't think Doc can remember. I mean, it's just 25 years ago.
He'll remember. He remembers everything.
Really? He doesn't remember last fucking Wednesday.
Well, when it comes to girls,
it's possible.
It's possible. So yeah,
All
here
right.
we
So what
are.
else? Let's talk
Let me tell
about
you what else
let's
happened.
talk about Tyler going down this week.
Let's talk about the matchup of the week. This could be the discount double champ matchup of the week right now. We got 2 first place teams in our league going head to head for first place overall. Kane's coming off a loss. Tyler's on a hot streak.
Yeah, but Tyler's got like 19 players on a bye.
I know, and he's going to have to scramble.
And don't get me wrong, I just lost to Boobs. That's a whole different thing. But like his top 5 players are on a bye.
Yeah, I don't know what Ty's going to do.
So you've known me long enough. That's the reason I keep putting my name to We Suck, because I'm the ultimate. Once you think you're going to do something, you're going to lose.
Exactly.
As you're driving to a stoplight, just in your head go, okay, I'm going to hit this red light, red light, red light, and then you'll always make it. So you always got to go with what you can't do, as opposed to, oh, I'm going to beat everybody this week. No, because every time I think that, I lost to you, I lost to Collins, I lost to Boobs. Sorry, Tamara, teacher. I don't even know what to call it. I so many things.
You keep calling her
Lost teacher.
It's so, but she
so
loves it. They are amazing.
So how do I believe that I'm going to beat him this week? Even with all the you just got to, and that's why my team name was We Suck.
Again,
you absolutely have to believe you're not any good, and then let it happen.
So you're saying the whole reverse psychology thing starts at all the way in the beginning.
You're correct in saying reverse psychology, but to me, it's just don't ever believe something's going to happen. If you say something's going to shit, then the only thing you can go from there is up.
You're this way with your daughter. Okay, just don't ever believe anything's going to happen. Hey, there he is.
No, I'm just a very, just go with what you know. Don't ever get too confident that this is going to happen. I'm going to win this week. I'm going to do this. No.
This is
go with the We Suck. So I'm team name We Suck. I was. Now I'm back to Raising Kane, which was always my name for 15 years, back to you and I. That's a whole different thing. You and I have been doing fantasy football since the Marino and Elway days.
Yep. Back when we did it on paper.
I was going to say, I sent you that paper that I still have that, long before this league. I mean, we're talking 15 years before this league.
Yeah, I was the commissioner back in those days. And I remember, those were fun days. But
I've been playing this damn game forever. And the more you think you know what's going to happen, more it doesn't happen. So I just go with, okay, we suck, and then don't have to worry about it.
So true.
If I lose, then I'm right where I thought I would be. If I win, then I'm happy.
Yeah, I like to keep it to where I'm pleasantly surprised on Sunday or Monday night if I'm won, Tuesday morning, whatever. If I win, it's great.
That depend on who you wake up with, or
that too. Yeah,
Tell Collins to stay away from you.
Collins, stay away.
Collins, stay away from him. I don't even look good in this hat. I look like.
Well, I'm. It's growing on me. It was,
but I look like fucking ass.
You look about 10 years younger with it on.
Really? You know, my bald head?
Well, no one can tell you're bald right now. You just got the grays going. Oh, yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm a short, fat, bald guy.
It's all those years of wearing baseball caps.
Which hell no. There's a lot more to it than that. Everybody says that, but come on, there's a lot of guys that wore baseball hats that still have full head of hair.
Oh.
I'm just the fort. I'm not a fort. I'm the short, fat, bald guy, and I'm good with that.
You're just becoming more Irish every day.
Oh, you say?
Oh, you say?
Oh, let's at the pump pool. We're at an event tonight at the pump pool.
And that's a great accent because I can't understand what you're saying.
Do you remember? I think you were there. We were at Palm Springs. Desert Springs. Desert Springs.
At Desert Springs. What was the name of that club? I always forget.
No, this is at the main lobby bar. Collins can tell you the club name, but we were at the lobby bar.
Yeah. Which time?
And I don't think you were. Were you there when Emma and Julie were at Mountain Shadows, or were you
Yes.
still at Camelback? I think.
I was still at Camelback. They worked. I knew them from Shadows.
Yeah. So we had Emma and Julie from Northern Ireland that worked for us for about 6 months. So I got to meet and I got to learn the Irish accent of the Northern Ireland.
They're the best.
My
I
family's
drink a
from
lot
County
with those.
Cork, so we were at the bar at Desert Springs with the softball team. This was just after my divorce. So it was 2006, I believe. I don't believe this is actual truth, but and we all sat. And again, I don't remember who we all were. I believe it was you, but whatever. We're sitting at the bar and the lobby, and there was a dude from Northern Ireland, and he would talk. He would say something, and the entire team would look at me so I could translate. This I fucking understand. Emma and Julie were the greatest fucking girls I ever worked with.
You were the best.
We were at Mountain Shadows, and we had an event place called the Palm Pool, and we had a wedding there. And somebody comes in like, oh, where's the wedding? Let's at the Palm Pool. Do it. It's at the Palm Pool.
What?
I work. I don't know what the fuck you just said. It's at the Palm Pool. The Palm Pool.
Palm Pool.
Palm Pool. And then, so Emma, no relation to my daughter, not named after her, but Emma goes back to Ireland for a year or two. She comes back, and I'm meeting her. So I'm going to ask you, Rand. I don't even know what to say. I'm meeting her at my spot in Scottsdale, where I used to live and go. Where'd I go?
92nd Street.
The Nine Deuce.
The Nine Deuce.
Emma calls me. She gets in the airport. She calls me. What is it, pot and coke?
Excuse me?
Pot and coke. I'm no idea what you're talking about. Pot and coke? No. Potters? P-O-W-R? Power? Yeah. Pot and coke.
Powers and Coke.
Okay. Powers and Coke. Okay. Apparently there's an Irish whiskey called Powers.
Yes, there is.
And so she was at her Powder and Coke, which took me 10 minutes to figure out what the fuck she was talking about. But we eventually figured out we don't have Potters and we do have Coke. And then we had to figure out which Coke she was talking about. But that was different.
Oh, I'm sure you figured that out.
I don't think I did. My nose was not good, and she had a soft drink.
You had deviated septum?
Maybe. Totally kidding to all of you. I have never done drugs in my life.
Never.
It's an actual statement. Didn't say it was true. I just said it was actual.
It's not a fact, but it's a statement.
It is actually. It's a very close fact. I've only tried it once or twice, and I'm at a fucking empty class now. So, so what else, Randy? We've known each other for fucking 30 plus years now.
Yeah, man.
We both started as bellmen at hotels across the street from each other. He worked at the greatest hotel in the world, the Camelback Inn, and I worked at the Stepchild across the street. Nobody knew where we were. Then he joined us for a little while.
I did, yeah.
And then we both went up to Desert Ridge, which any of you that went to San Antonio was the big sister of
that hotel,
the stepchild of San Antonio.
It's crazy to think that Desert Ridge is bigger than San Antonio.
Oh, by like 200 rooms.
It's incredible.
Edith just left and went up to the Gaylord in Dallas.
Just recently?
Yeah, just like this week.
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
good for her.
A lot of my stuff. I definitely stay in touch with the Marriott people. I definitely stay in touch with a lot of people we used to work with. That I did play golf at Camelback Inn, and Jack and Steve are now at the golf course.
Hey, did you not to? I know we're in an interview here, but we'll have to talk after. Did you hear about Roger?
I did. Chad texted me.
Yeah. Prayers up for him. Yeah.
Yeah. Chad texted me. Of course. I mean, it's one of those things. And of course we all hear about each other. It's not, it's not, we are not in as much touch as we'd like to be between each other. And I apologize to everybody in the league that this is not as much about the league as much as me and Randy and Collins in the last 25 years.
Well, I mean, it's the evolution of the league, and the league's been fun. I love the fact that I think you'll agree. I love the fact that we make the effort to see each other. We travel for the drafts. I think everybody's actively involved, and Tyler's doing this podcast has only, I think, brought the league closer together. I think there's more. There's a ton more here. There's a ton more. Everyone's talking more. Everyone's talking shit more, and everyone's paying attention to their teams more. I mean, if you look at the fact we've got first,
except Silos is a fucking kicker in the IR.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you said
so. I do have to say that I will. And I don't know if you guys had one between this or that, but I was like a little worried about following up Dusty with his podcast because he's like big old like manly man.
Isn't he though? And he's a magnetizing figure.
Yeah, because he's like 15 guns, and I've got like a Nerf super soaker.
When Dusty started talking and Tyler started talking, I felt like I was in school. I was just sitting there listening to these two guys.
I'm already sitting here going like, oh well, I got a super soaker, I got a Nerf gun, and I got a Magnum PI. It'd be like that could lodge into your skin, Clark, and cause a very bad infection. That's not a real gun, Clark. Like I'm like I don't know what they're going to freaking. Even you know enough about it. Like I was like, holy cow, how do I follow that? Because I mean, Dusty's the man.
Well, we know Dusty's the man. We love him. It's Rocky Top, baby.
We need him with us.
Yeah,
I can't. Well, I was going to say something about Dusty. I'm trying to figure out why I have two chins now. I was like,
Are you sitting?
That's like, can I? Sorry. Okay, rest of the interview. Here we go.
There you go.
I don't know. I turned into the opposite Chad Miller. I have no chins. I have like 9 chins.
We have to. That'll be fun.
Yeah, Dusty's. I hate the fact that he's trying to say like, if you need me to leave, then no. He's the one. I'm not kidding. He's the one. He's the only one I had to call when we separated from Mark. He's the only one I called, and I went, "Hey, I don't know you, but I need to know." And he went, "Are you fucking serious? I'm with Collins."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a dumb idiot, but that's what my wife said. That's a whole different thing.
No, I mean, it's
so no, Dusty's with us. Dusty, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this like a year and a half from now, because it's probably not worth watching now. Dude, you're with us. You are with us. You are with us. You are with us. You're one of the originals. You're
Dusty,
one of what, 4? How many came from Mark League? Me, you, Dusty, Tyler,
Adam,
Collins,
and Adam.
Well, that's because Adam's pissed on somebody's fucking doorstep or something like that, or shit on somebody's floor in the poker league. I don't know.
There's no proof.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that's what. Now I have 3 chins. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah, so, dude, you know me. I just fucking love everybody.
Yeah, we love you too, man.
I'm gonna try. I'm back in a good downtown city, so I'm gonna try to start my 20 for 20 again. And I think, do you guys all know what 20 for 20?
I think you should talk about it. I don't think everyone knows.
So I have done for 10 years at least what I call 20 for 20. And I go to homeless people and I give them $20 for 20 minutes at a time. And I ask them real questions. And I actually want to do this year, I want to actually get a tripod or something and film what I do. Not for me, but for them, so they can see what they do. So I think most of you heard about Albert, who was
that's your buddy in
oh God, in New Orleans. I've ran into him 3 times.
Did you randomly find him 3 times, or did you guys make plans somehow to meet?
Absolutely random every time. So
That's amazing.
I was in New Orleans in 2019. Take that back. 2020. January, March in 2020, I was in New Orleans. So literally the days before um, COVID, I was in New Orleans. And I went down to Bourbon Street, and maybe you don't know me, but I just started talking to everybody. So I was standing on a corner, just watching the idiots go. Just standing on a corner next to a bar, and there was a family next to me. Probably the funniest thing. We're all watching people on Bourbon Street with their blind dad, but we're just sitting there watching, and that was not a joke. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. The blind guy was sitting there watching us, every with us, and I was sitting next to me, and so okay, hey, we're getting, me. I love everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get a beer? I'm going to drink. Hey, no, because I get a drink. May or may not have been a shot of Jaeger with me, but that's a whole different side. So I go back out, and again, we stand there for 30 minutes just talking and making fun of people. And I turn to the guy next to me again. You drink? No, I don't drink. Okay. So I get a drink.
Well, I do.
May or may not have had a shot of Jaeger or not. As we started talking, as we talked for a little bit, and whatever. It's New Orleans. I'm drunk. Everybody's drunk. I go back to my hotel room. 2 or 3 days later, I come back downtown. I run into him again. And again, doesn't ask for anything, doesn't anything. Hotel room. 2 or 3 days later again, I run into him again. About the third time, I say, okay, what do you, he never once asked for anything. And so it's okay, we're going to get some food. And so from that time on, every Wednesday, we would meet. I'd buy him dinner, buy him a drink, something, and we'd go to the courthouse. We'd sit in the steps of the courthouse and we'd talk.
Yeah.
And it was never about him being homeless. It was never about poor me. It was never about give me this. It was always about his ex-wife who died from cancer. It was always about the stupid government. It was always about, and so we, again, every Wednesday we'd meet. Fast forward, I left there when COVID hit. So in March when COVID hit, I left New Orleans. I got sent to Boston. Fast forward, was it 2 years later? I don't even know. This year, I got sent back to New Orleans, at the airport, the Hilton Airport, and I went downtown. And I went downtown on the premise of try to find him. We've gone through COVID. We've gone through. I don't know if he's alive. I don't know. I just went downtown and went. You know what? I want to find this guy, and I paid $20 to multiple people to go. Hey, you know this guy? And a couple people were like, oh yeah, I've just seen him. This is. I said I gave him $20. Like, hey, I need to find him. Find him for me. If you find him, tell him I'm here. Sure the fuck enough, I go walking in the street and there's Albert. And
No way.
We had a connection again instantly. That was awesome. And so at that point, it was more like every other night. But on a separate standpoint, so the first time I was in New Orleans, he gave me a knife. He said, thank you, gave me a knife. Took it home with me. When I came back, I brought it with me. And I went down and found him. And I speculated, you know what? Maybe I'm just some guy giving him money. I don't know. Maybe I'm just another dude that, another guy that's giving him money, helping him out, whatever. And so I met him one night and I said, Albert, I have something for you. You gave it to me at one time, and I plan on now, I'm going to give it to you. And then every year that we see each other, we can give it back and forth. and he said, "I am not taking that knife back." I went, okay, clearly knows. Family came out. Wife went to daughter. We all went to dessert together. They've all met him. They love him. He loves my family. Love helping me out.
Yeah.
So now me in Boston. Hopefully I can do some stuff up here also. I've walked past a lot of homeless people up here, so hopefully I can do it. And I don't just I pinpoint who I'm talking to. This all started almost 20 years ago in Seattle, and I was walking downtown. Actually, not Seattle, but what's the next city close to
Tacoma?
Bellevue? Bellevue. So I was walking downtown in Bellevue, and this is a kid, half my age. And he's got these signs, help me, give me money. And so I started with him. I said, you know what? I'll give you $20 to talk to me. And he was a heroin addict. And he had gotten off of heroin, but he had moved back home, and his mom tried to get him back on heroin. So he would rather be on the road, on the streets, asking for money than be at home with his mom, who's going to try to get him to do heroin with her.
Crazy.
And so that's what started this whole thing. And I just these people just they're good people.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about Albert. How the fuck did we get on this conversation?
Welcome to Breaking the Huddle. This is what we do.
No, sorry. This is the stuff I love. My ultimate dream is so my idol is Nikki Sixx, bass guitarist from Mötley Crüe.
Yep.
I have a friend that is friends with him, and he does a lot of the same shit I do, but he does it in photography. He takes pictures. He's putting out books on his photography and trying to bring these people into society and that. So I'd love to somehow get in touch with him and form something that we can do something together for these people that I do. But
well, let's look and start because we have such a broad base of people that watch this show.
They could really all 8 of us.
Yeah, all 8 of us.
And that's not even the whole league. We have a broad base. We have a drunk Mexican in San Diego.
We have 2 watchers in Russia.
Teaches people in San Diego. We have some dude in fucking Tennessee that beat Alabama, and then the rest of us.
That's true. Bunch of characters in this league. You're a good man, Kane. Thanks for sharing that with us. I think that's pretty awesome.
Sorry for telling too much. I can't.
It was great. Hey,
we're winding down. Once I get talking about it, I can't.
Once
I get talking about it, I can't stop.
I want to give you an opportunity to talk about your matchup with Tyler because we're in the last couple minutes.
Oh, this week.
This is your chance for redemption.
Well, this is why I wanted Tyler on the cast with us this week. I mean, obviously, I lost a boobs. Sorry, I lost a teacher this week.
He's not here.
Which I'm don't get me wrong, I'm almost happy I lost a teacher this week because that means CeeLo's can get last again. But is it really worth talking about? I mean, Tyler's entire team's on a bye.
I mean, I think it's worth talking some trash about. Why not?
I mean, do I have to? I mean, I think he's got Collins starting at tight end position. I don't like.
You don't have to. Anything you don't want to. You're in first place. You're at the top of the hill.
Oh, look, no, this is very prominent. I'm going to take 4th. I'm not worried about that. What was the year? What was I like 12-1 the one year?
Yeah,
and then Dusty comes out and has freaking the Titans running back for fucking like 77 points.
Yeah, I remember that playoff game. Crazy.
And I came in 4th again.
That happened. I mean, that was me last year. I think I was 11-4 or something in the first place last year. heading in the playoffs and then got my butt kicked in the first round.
Yeah, I think I was like 13-1 or something like that. And then Dusty comes in and just beat me by like 107 points.
Yeah.
So this week, sorry, Tyler, you might be behind your brother-in-law. And there's two things. One, I mean, if Tyler loses and Collins wins, they could be the same. Then it comes down to points. And ultimately, it comes down to I'm banging your sister, so Tyler wins. So outside of that, we're not sure. But I mean, there's something going on there. So I mean, he's got his entire team on a bye. So let's just pretend he loses.
How does this team really? I'm gonna look at this.
Look at that shit.
I'm looking at this shit right now.
He is like somebody with a handicapped walker on the tight end position. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Tyreek Hill bye. Tom Brady bye. Christian Kirk bye. Mostert bye. His kicker's on a bye.
No, it's better than CeeLo, so the kicker on the IR.
Well, he has Rodgers, Kamara, Singletary, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Boyd, Jimmy Johnson, tight end. Who's this guy?
JoJo Johnson or something like that.
He needs a flex position player. And his tight end, his real tight end is questionable, Mark Andrews.
So how's that working out for you?
Boy, Tyler, what's the matchup say?
I'm a 30-point favorite, and I don't even have a tight end in my lineup yet.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh my gosh. Where did you see that?
Go to matchups or whatever scores next week.
Oh, I can't. Hang on.
So anyway, rather than the fact that you're banging Collins' sister and be happy with that. Because Collins is about to be in second
place. Revel in the fact that you married Collins' sister.
Well, revel in the fact that Collins is about to be in second place. At least you went up dumb on his sister.
Oh boy. If you're not the lead dog, the view is always the same.
Yeah. Bunch of assholes.
So
I'm pretty sure if you're in the lead in this, and you're a bunch of assholes in this league. So
a bunch of assholes. Is there anything else you want to add, my friend, before we wind it down?
Oh, sure. I haven't even started drinking yet.
I know, right?
No, but no.
Well, thanks, brother. This was great. Thanks for doing Breaking the Huddle. Hope you liked it. If you love Kane, you know how to get a hold of him. Reach out to him. Call him.
No, please don't. I know I hate all of you. Just
down there.
Don't reach out. All you San Diego people, just keep eating your gummies and coming in last place. Teachers, stick with your crypto. It's going to happen eventually.
Oh, yeah. Long-term investments, people.
Don't lie for that, because I've got not her, but I've got a shit ton in crypto also. So it's a whole different thing.
Oh my God! Well, we should have been drinking more.
And if you're not investing in crypto, invest in bourbon, because you'll make money on me.
Bourbon.
I think I'm somewhat ish.
Drunk-ish?
No, that's the problem. I got to go back to the bar now.
Yeah, go back to the bar. We'll talk a little bit later.
I got to call my daughter. It's 9 o'clock. 7 o'clock there.
All right, Kane. Love you, brother. Thanks for doing this, and we'll see you guys soon. This has been Breaking the Huddle. Back to you, Tyler.